warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everyone, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Desmalia Irawan.
My name is Devis Karayu.
My name is Devrita Kusumaningiro.
My name is Rima Indriani.
We are from Group 6. Without any further ado, let's get start the presentation. Well, I'm as the first presenter. English pre-globalization of the is found in receive pronunciation or RP and General American or GA when the consonant the occurs before another consonant or before a vowel. There are two kinds of pre-glotalization. First, pre-consonantal, example, get some, and pre-pausal, example, about. The glottal closure overlaps with the consonant that it precedes, but the articulatory movement involved can usually be observed only by using laboratory instruments. However, in the same syllable coda position, the may instead be analyzed as an unreleased stop. In some accents of English, the may be preglottalized intervocalically if it occurs finally in a stressed syllable. There is variation in the occurrence of glottalization within RP according to which consonant follows the. For example, some speakers do not glottalize the when follows in words such as petrol and mattress. The glottalization rarely occurs syllable initially in English but has been reported in some words that begin ch in front of ch in some northern dialect. The essential characteristic of this glottalization is that the oral closure for p, th, and k is preceded by glottal closure, but there is much variation from one accent to another in terms both of the distribution of the glottal closure and its articulatory characteristic, or especially the direction of the closure. Dilation linking the drop th. There are two common places that a final th is dilated or dropped from the pronunciation of a word. Note that when the th is dropped, the sound before th must link smoothly into the following word. And now I'm going to talk about postnasal th dilation, dilating th between consonant, linking dilation of th. Case 1. Linking. Delete the th when linking consonant plus th into a consonant. Example, must be. To link the drop th, then blend the consonant. Practice linking the drop th between consonant. First, number 1, first day. Example, Sam's first day of school is tomorrow. Number 2, best friend. The twins are best friends. Deleting the between nt and a vowel sound. When a word ending in nt links into words beginning with a vowel sound, the final th is often deleted. Linking dilation of the case 2. Delete the th when linking nt into a vowel. Example, when the drop th then blend nt into the vowel. Example number 1, percent of. A percent of the profits are given to charity. Number 2, patient ask. The patient asks for another pillow.
Final obstruent devoicing. Final obstruent devoicing or terminal devoicing is a systematic phonological processing in language. There are the first Germanic language. Most modern continental West Germanic language developed final devoicing. In contrast, North Frisian doesn't have final devoicing. And then the second, Romance language. Among the Romance language, word final language, some of which tend to exhibit strong Frankish influence. However, the German phenomenon is similar to less submission in other languages in which the contradiction between two kinds of barriers differ at the end of the word, making homophones for persons as rats, roda, and rats. They want both pronouns rats. And then the last Russian. Final obstruent devoicing can lead to the neutralization of phonemic contrast in certain environment. For example, Russian DEC demons phonemically bitch, and then without phonemically bitch are pronounced identically in isolation as bitch when part of the compound.
Canadian rising is an allophonic rule of phonology in many dialects of North American English that change the pronunciation of diphthongs with open vowel starting points. Most commonly, the shift affects I or ow or both. In North American English, I and ow usually begin in an open vowel a, but through rising they shift to eh, a, or Canadian English is often has rising in words with both I, like Clive, etc., and ow, like cloud, etc. In the US, a boot, an exaggerated version of about. Phonetic environment. In general, Canadian rising affect vowels before voiceless consonant like th and s. Vowel before voice consonant like v, d, and z are usually not raised. Rising before as in wire, fire, and etc. Rising I, especially before d, g, and n, like spider, tiger, and etc. North American English intervocalic ch and d are pronounced as an alveolar flap r.
Rule ordering is the rule of phonological rule is to express generalization about phonological structure. Rules are also ordinary, taken to represent specific derivational instruction or steps along the path relating deep to surface representation. In this capacity, certain of the rule may affect the application of others, either increasing or decreasing in number of form to which the other may apply. Under the assumption of conventional generative phonology as laid out in Chomsky and Hall 1998, the individual rules are all applied sequentially arranged in an extrinsically ordered or language specifically determined in linear lists. With respect to a rule of order before another rule B in such list, A will bear one of three possible relations to be term adapted from Kaypasky 1968. And for example, 1. A fits B just in case the application of A increases the number of forms to which B applies. And the 2. A bleeds B just in case the application of A decreases the number of forms to which B. 3. A does not affect B just in case A neither fits nor bleeds B. And for example, in many varieties of the word city is pronounced with a word final I, and the D is pronounced as a voice affricate that corresponds to the English J. The affricate only occurs before the high front I.
Well, I think that's all for our presentation. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. See you!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.